Crunchy.
There you go.
Hello, Crunch community. The glaze is real. I'll tell you right now, the glaze is real. I've been glazing this anime for so long,
He really
and
has. He really has. From like since like what? February, dude, March, something like that.
probably, yeah. I told you, this is gonna be that Chainsaw Man anime, and lo and behold, it's becoming a hit. I told you this was gonna be something else. I know you've been catching the fever. I know you've been catching Dandadan fever,
For the
John.
song, yeah, dude. The song really grew on me, bro. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, okay, it's a little weird, but as the song progressed, like, it's really the breakdown, man. It's really the breakdown that really gets me into the song, man. Like that's when I start getting into the song, and like I've just been listening to it for off and on a day in, day out since the anime came out, dude. I've been feeling it. Been feeling it.
They're doing the Carlton in the background,
Nah, okay, I don't know about all that, man, but we'll see. We'll see how it keeps going. But I'm definitely bopping to it. I'm definitely bopping to it, man.
It's so good.
I was definitely listening to it on one of my car rides, man. I was just like, okay, I'm just vibing, you know what I mean?
The yeah, it's really remarkable. I didn't know because I was like, who's Creepy Nuts? And then I realized that Creepy Nuts did like another phenomenal banger of an opening earlier this year. They did Bling Blang Bon Bon. I think that's the name of it. But Mashal season opening 2. Have you seen that one?
No, I have not seen that.
Really? You should look at that. That one's such a meme. Such a meme. And it's really crazy that they did this one. But yeah, the opening is very amazing. I wasn't sure about it, but like I do like the build up to where like it's just like this really kind of like I want to say it this very unattractive like sound almost like like very like I don't know what type of instrument they use at the very beginning, but then it generally gets like a little bit more kind of popish, you
Are you
know?
talking about like the like just like the bass of the drum,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever it is that's going
yeah,
on? Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah. It's basically just like, man, I don't know. Like I don't know a lot about music, but I'm fairly musically inclined, but I don't know a lot of music theory, man. But man, like does this follow the formula for anime music hard? But it does it in a very unique way to where it captures a different kind of whimsicalness, like how you described it. Like and I think that described it pretty perfectly. Um because once you get past that initial stage, like I think it's the part that I kind of felt like I was like, I don't know what's going on here. But then once you get into that breakdown, into that chorus, into that chord progression, like you start feeling that intensity that you're like, okay, this is an anime song. You know what I mean? Like you get that inner feeling.
yeah. It's so good. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it just goes into and then he's just singing it. Da, da, da.
Yeah,
But
I don't know what the hell I'm saying, man, but I'm saying something.
I think it's the no, I'm thinking of some other anime, but yeah, it's so good. I don't know if you want to say anything more about the opening, but yeah, I like I'm already listening to a lot of it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and then it's just the animation style alone. It's really good.
Yeah,
It's fantastic, dude. I'm just in awe watching like the different like transitions. The transitions are really good. I really enjoy watching like the color work and the artwork that's going on in that. It's
yeah,
like a treat to watch, you know? And there's a reason
yeah.
why it's like trending on YouTube right now. Like it was like that intro was trending for a little bit there. And people were just watching. It's a treat to watch, dude. Like, along
Yeah,
with it being a good bop.
yeah, the whole flash of backdrops is really great too. Just the whole color arrangement.
Mhm,
I think you've noticed it where like suddenly the background will flash it's like a different color, and then
mhm.
the main focus will also change into color. And so it's a really great transition, and it's just so very whimsical.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a dance to be made of this. Like they got the aliens dancing, like
Yeah, dude.
and then
Yeah.
as I said, they're doing the Carlton in the back. I'm not sure you noticed that. While
Yeah.
Inasa is like, it is a really fun anime opening. Um, definitely, definitely gonna go into like the part three of my part three when we do another 25 openings. But definitely probably will be very up there.
And what a fitting name for the name of the band to be called Creepy Nuts. Like, especially with the theme of the show that it's going in right now, like,
Mhm.
what a fitting name. Like, that just has to be ironic at this point, right?
That's how I found out that they did Mashal. So I was like,
Hmm,
let me look up see what else they've done. Is this the first time they've done it? And no, they done two. They did two. They did Mashal opening season two, which is like very hype. It is such a meme worthy song. It is so good. And also what was that other one? Call of the Night. Call of the Night, which was back in like I want to say like 2018 maybe, or
mhm,
it was a while ago. It was a while ago, and I haven't seen it. I think it's about a vampire chick, if I'm not mistaken.
mhm.
But yeah. So you want to jump into the episode discussion?
Yeah, let's go and hop into it.
All right. So, all right. Well, see, I've read a few chapters of the manga, so I already knew this coming up.
Yeah.
I knew this would probably capture a lot of people's attention, and I don't think it was gonna scare anyone off. You know, I
I
don't think
think
it
it
was gonna.
could. I think it could. I think you're just too seasoned in anime, dude, to like just not be scared off by this topic. But like as I was watching
Maybe.
this, I felt like I had to call the police, bro. Like seriously, I felt like I had to call the cops. And this is no way. Like I was about to call somebody, bro. Like there's no way that this was okay. Like these are minors. This cannot be happening, brother. Like the themes that they were exploring within the first 10 minutes of this anime, I was like, holy shit, this might scare some people away. Like it's really, I think it's really the seasoned anime people that are like, this is like it's just it's bouncing off of them. You know, like this isn't anything new to them. But I feel like it did scare some people off, and I feel like there will be discussions about it somewhere down the line of the themes of
Yeah.
the anime, but for both parties too, not just the girl, but also Ken as well.
Oh yeah. So for me, I guess maybe because like I've watched Goblin Slayer and I've seen Berserk. So like for me, this is like more comical than like disturbing. I mean, it was still like disturbing. Like the aliens themselves are like really scary in that whole hallway.
Yeah, very pervy, very pervy, dude.
But jumping at the very beginning, I think that just like you could already see the step up in animation, just with Ayase delivering that one kick to
Yeah, dude.
her.
Yeah, it's on full display. You know, like animation's just beautiful. Like like out of the first 5 minutes of the anime, dude, like they're not pulling any punches. They're going at it, dude. Like it looks really good from the very start.
And so I am such a fan of Yase. I think I am such a fan of her character because immediately I would like to compare her to Nobara. And Nobara is
Mhm,
also one of like my favorite female characters in the anime, and she's almost like that Nobara archetype. I
mhm.
don't know if you ever seen the actual dub of Jujutsu Kaisen,
Yeah,
but there's like one part where Nobara she goes up to the ghost, she's like, "Sup, ghost," and it's just
yeah,
so on par, and that's
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
how she is. She has that
Definitely, yeah.
strong personality, and it's very fitting because she is the main character. You know,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a testament to who her character is going to be and how she's carried herself so far from what we've seen. And it's very nice to see, you know, like a duo dynamic right now that we're seeing. Cuz I feel like sometimes in animes we kind of get lost in multiple character developments that's going on. But I'm really liking how we're kind of just stuck with these two right now and how the story's been developing around these two, and you're getting to know them, their backstory very quickly, and it's not overloading you with information, but it's sharing it in a very tasteful way. So that's something I think it has been very good for both of them. But you know, her character right now is probably my favorite in the show right now. Um, but yeah, man, I'm really enjoying, you know, seeing
yeah,
the layers of her character being unraveled right now.
yeah. Uh, can't talk. Mora is a pretty I think his archetype is like maybe a little bit too maybe Deku, maybe like I feel like
Yeah.
I've seen this character a little bit before. Not
Yeah,
saying
I
I
mean,
don't
yeah,
enjoy it,
absolutely, dude. I mean, yeah, we've absolutely seen this character done over and over again. There's that
like
it's classic. It's the classic anime trope, you know,
yeah.
the awkward kid doesn't talk to no one, doesn't have any friends, gets picked on. Like it's classic, dude. Like, but the thing
I
is,
won't let
you can do that. Like that's the thing. I'm not shying away from the classic anime character because when a simple classic anime character is done right, it's good. It can be
you.
good. So I don't know. I haven't read anything in manga. I don't know anything about the story, but so far where we're at, I'm okay with his character because like for one, he's not a crybaby like Deku, so I'm already okay with that. So I'm fine that he's not crying every 5 minutes. You know, I kind of like the more of the self-loathing internal struggle type of character, and I'm gonna be very excited to see that, unfold eventually. Because I feel like that part of him is a little more relatable, and it brings him more into reality versus like the constant crying and outbursts of just, like yeah, just like that, That I feel like that's a little less like I'm less able to latch on to that.
Yeah. I so their whole and they work really well off each other. Like there's definitely some like a little bit romantic tension, but I like how they just kind of break away from that. Like even in the beginning, like she calls him like a nerd,
Hmm.
as he's trying to share with her like uh the UFO stuff like that. And then she's like, hey, so I believe in spirits. And he's like, you believe in spirits? That's pretty hilarious. And then it just breaks up into them like fighting against each other. And so I just really enjoy that. Like it just like you see it's
it
not
gives you it
really
gives you little things to grab, like
yeah.
it gives you the little hints, and then it throws you back into their, like, it's like reminds you like, oh yeah, they're just now getting to know each other. So there's still things they're still figuring out about each other.
Mhm. So that then they go into that. Oh man, it was so interesting to see like these comic panels come to life, because that whole where like, okay, I challenge you to go to like a haunted place and find spirits. And I was like, okay, yeah, I remember that scene, and it's just really cool to see it animated, and that voice acting. The voice actors are really well, by the way. Um, but yeah, so they make a bet, and that's when shit goes to the fan.
Hmm.
So so you already knew about everything. Like that's the one thing I had to tell you like that happened. So sorry if I spoiled it for you, John, but he meets Turbo Granny.
Yeah, and tell them what happens next.
Oh, and then she's like, so I've seen the English dub and the English sub, but she's like, I'll let you suck on my teeth if I eat your dong.
Yeah,
Don't
like
monetize me.
super super pervy, and it's just, this is assault. This is assault. This is when I was like, okay, I need to call somebody, dude. This boy is in trouble. I need to get the proper authorities with this kid, man, because this is assault. Like, oh my god, what the hell is going on?
So you already knew about that part, and that's when
Yeah,
Yase has to go into action mode, and then she stopped by three business guys in suits with very peculiar head shapes. They look almost like kind of like SpongeBob when he became normal. He's like, I'm Norm.
yeah. You can
I'm
actually see
I'm
them on the
normal.
top right of the image.
Oh yeah, you can.
Very
um,
creepy. Yeah,
Yeah, they very cute. When I saw that shit, I was like, oh god. And then it became creepier when they strip her um naked.
yeah,
Or and then they're like, don't worry, we took care of your clothes. We just we hung them with care. And it's just like
yeah.
all
Everything's
ripped
all
up.
tossed around, beat to
uh,
shit.
but yeah, I can understand how that once you could be a little bit unnerving. I forgot how like forgot how
Ominous.
bad it was. Yeah, how
Yeah, it's
ominous.
very
Where
like it's very creepy, dude. Like it is it is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, especially the tones that it's exploring there for that second. And I know it doesn't translate too well to American culture, like the humor in that, I guess.
oh yeah.
I don't think it translates very well, so that's what I mean. Like seasoned
Uh
anime
I
people
don't
are
know. I don't know because
no, no, dude. There's no way because there's no way that it's joked
the,
around about in American culture.
I don't know, man. The boys, they definitely joked around with Huey.
True, but that's why I'm saying that it's a different style because it's an adult group and this is also an anime. So if you're a first time viewer of anime, this scene's gonna probably rub some people the wrong way.
Oh yeah, you
Also, they just clearly state we're gonna inseminate you. So it's like, oh shit, like what the hell is going on here?
give us your
Um,
banana organ.
exactly. So that's what I mean by it's gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way. And the fact that they're trying to make it a little jokey will probably not translate very well to some people, but the seasoned anime people will understand that
Yeah,
the culture is a little different and they're joking about that kind of stuff. And um which I don't know. It just rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Also, she's a minor, so that's the other thing that's besides Huey as well. So that's the
yeah.
other thing. So that's the biggest one that I'm gonna harp on, like the fact that she's a minor. But I'm
I
glad that the scene at least had some type of payout, with her kicking their ass and stuff. So
oh yeah, yeah,
and in
yeah.
the alien design, I liked a lot. I thought that was pretty cool. Their little psychic powers. But yeah, but seeing her kick their ass, it was fucking awesome. That
Yeah,
part kicked ass, bro. That was awesome.
yeah. It did make me like a little like
Yeah,
when
exactly, man. You don't want to be caught watching that, man.
when you just like when
Yes,
you
what
just
I'm saying, dude.
I was like, oh man, they really going back panel by panel on this.
Mhm.
But we did skip over her parents her like reason for believing in code or something like that. The whole
Mhm.
like where she was teased a lot for doing the whole um warding off
Yeah, warding off
spirits
spirits and stuff. And I
and
thought that
then
was pretty good backstory too, because it explores more of the reasoning why she was upset about it.
mhm,
Which is the fact that she does care about her grandma. And I think
yeah.
that, it really drives home the point of one of her core identities. So I think that that's something that was explored pretty well.
He was very quick too. It was very quick
Mhm.
too, but you still felt that like little subtle, I guess not. I don't want to say depression, or like maybe what's another word that I'm looking for? Like I guess bleakness. Like she's
Mhm.
like, oh, like my parents died. Oh, rewind that.
Yeah.
um, but yeah. But ooh, when Turbo Granny came out of that phone, he's like, "Oh, people are calling at the worst time," and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
he just pops out of the phone. Um, and then that's when we learn about Ken's reason for believing aliens, which is really which was really nice. I think he delivered that perfectly. That made me feel bad for him. That really tugged my heartstrings.
I mean, it was okay. For me, it was like, whatever, I mean,
No, no,
it's no backstory with this girl's grandma, but okay, dude, you got that. You're weird.
he
Okay.
he had no friends. He looked up for
And
aliens for friends, calling out to them, and they didn't answer.
I'm just saying, man, it's not as good as a story as being a grandma's girl. It's not better than that.
Oh my no. She had her grandma. Um, but I like the whole like I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. And then okay, no, I can't do it. Like you barely tried. Oh, that was a really great because you usually see like heroes suddenly get like super strength. They're in like a little quick pep talk, and then they just
Mhm.
suddenly. But this was that was really funny.
Yeah.
and that whole battle sequence between them fighting the aliens was really good. It reminded me a lot of like Kill la Kill, and what's another great anime that I'm trying to figure out, because they have like sort of this like very fluid, like kind of like still it still feels like almost a boxy type feel. It's hard to
Yeah, kind of like
explain.
a back and forth type thing.
Yeah.
Um, like exchanging of blows and stuff. Yeah, I get that. But I think my favorite part of that fight was just the song that dropped, which is not the theme, but whatever their fighting theme is. I thought that was
Okay.
really good. That
Yeah.
drops at a really good time, and I'm really enjoying that one as well. That song that comes out.
Also, like, I do want to mention this because they do get a change of clothes. One thing that really brought me into Dandadan, the character designs and even the fashion designs. Like, I love her that white long sleeve sweater that she got going on, and his like green jumpsuit. Like
Mhm,
this really fashionable. I really love the character. I really like characters' clothing.
mhm,
I like ones that I have to like really mention is like Cyberpunk Edge Rudders and The World Ends with You. Like I just really like
mhm.
those like kind of like very, what would you call that? Like street clothes.
Yeah, I would say like a little dingy, little ragged, but there's like color and style to each of it.
Yeah, that was another game that has like sort of like this kind of like clothing style, which is like Zona Zen Zero. It's like a very
Mhm.
street urban type of look, and I really enjoy it. But yeah, then we find out that she's crushing over the character Ken Takamura, and so I had to look up into that, and that's essentially like a very famous movie actor. I believe
Mhm.
he's been in like 200 films in
Oh,
Japan,
wow.
I believe.
Mhm.
So like it's he's almost like, I was trying to find a comparison. I don't know what will be the right American comparison, but maybe like Brad Pitt, maybe.
Tom
I'm not
Cruise,
sure.
maybe?
Tom Cruise, or something like that. I was thinking Chuck Norris because he seemed like a very action star, but maybe still Brad Pitt is still good. But were you expecting that reveal? I totally forgot that his name was Ken Takamura, and I
No, I
didn't
was not
remember.
expecting that reveal. I was not expecting that whatsoever.
Yeah, how'd you enjoy that?
I thought it was cool, especially, like, the animation that came after that behind her. I
Yeah,
thought that was
yeah,
probably the best part of that reveal, so I was like, like, the symbolism and stuff, so I was like, "Ah, I get it," mind blown, whatever, but but yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was a nice reveal, and I guess kind of like an allusion to their future relationship, especially how
yeah,
she was kinda gawking over that name and his style, I guess, or whoever he does, whatever. Like, basically her fangirling over that type of character. So, so yeah, I guess, it's foreshadowing, whatever's gonna happen later on in the relationship, so I guess we'll see.
yeah. I remember reading that in the manga panel and like, yo, and so like then I was just saw and then I just remember that whole entire sequence again. I was like, oh, that's cool. And it was just I just love the whole animated explosion. And we jump
Mhm.
into it, and they're going into it. She's like, "No, I can't call you that. No, like if you use that name, I'm gonna kick your ass." And it's like,
But
"But
it's
it's my
my
name."
name.
Like, and so that's where he gets the name Korokun.
Mhm.
um, and I just really enjoyed the whole like we get this like really nice where they're talking, and it's just like a whole like drift into like the different sceneries and stuff like that.
Mhm.
That was really
Yeah.
nice. I know that
And that's
I
just
know
them
that was
showing off, that's just them showing off what they can do.
yeah. um I mean I know that's also partially so they don't show like them like their lips moving and talking.
Mhm.
I tend to look for stuff like that after Invincible season 2 showed that. Like,
Yeah.
you remember that where they're
Yeah, I remember that.
but even then I still like that whole like that water landscape type of scenery and stuff like that. It was really nice. Um but we finally get to her house, and Oh, we also learned that she has to like hold his form back.
Yeah, she has to hold the curse from coming forward.
Yeah, and we also learned that his dick, well, his dick is gone. We get more revealed in the fact that his dick is gone,
Yeah,
but
it's actually gone.
yeah, Turbo Granny says like, if you want it back, come find me at the tunnel.
Hmm.
So when we get there, he gets burned by the ward that's there, so she has to take it off,
Hmm.
and he gets like the granny perm.
Yeah, so he's not allowed to get into that space because of whatever that ward has from evil spirits. But I thought that was kind of cool. The way he just like exploded into flames. I think it was kind of also to solidify for her, like, wow, grandma was just doing all this stuff to protect us this whole time. You know,
Oh yeah, that's
it
right. I
kind of
didn't think
also
about that.
solidified that. You kind of see like her kind of realize that too. Like she wasn't just doing these things because she's a hack, but because she's really trying to protect us.
Yeah. Um, the whole scene was very comical as well. Like she's like, okay, just close the door, and he just pushes it. Hey, yo, the curse is coming back.
Yeah.
um, but she started getting like a little bit more of a handle on her powers. Um, I don't think I ever told you that she has telepathic powers, right? That was the whole reveal to you.
Yeah, that was a reveal.
Yeah. How do you feel about her having like telepathy?
I think it's fine. I think it doesn't stray too far away from where she's at. I guess because if we're gonna be going to the fantastical and ghosts and aliens, and if the aliens have telekinesis, why can't someone else have telekinesis?
Yeah.
So I guess it's something I'm not opposed to, especially because they're introducing it so early. It's not like something they're just gonna reveal for
Yeah.
plot purposes. So I like that they're already establishing it early on that this is what she has.
Yeah.
So I mean I'm okay with it. And, it's
I
something that's not deterring me from it.
I personally really love it. I really love that she has a superpower. So she isn't just a side character with a very strong personality. She's not a main character with, you know, that's just relevant, you know, sort of just a love interest, with a strong personality.
Mhm.
I like that she can actually go into these battles, um, because we get like a little bit more of a sense in what comes into it, which is very haunting. I think it's like they really set that up where like, oh, there's a bell. We never heard that bell. It's supposed to be like for
Yeah, yeah.
monsters.
And even the
So
bell sounds ominous too. Like
yeah, so they really knew how to put out that creep factor, and the whole temple is like just in this domain expansion basically with a wall.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
that's when we get founded by the sumo alien that wants the banana organ.
Yeah, and I thought it was a pretty cool reveal that it was an alien, not a
Yeah,
spirit. I thought that was a
yeah,
pretty cool one because initially for me, I thought it was a ghost, because she took out the media, and I think that's what we were, led to believe. But once we figured out that it was an alien, it was like, oh wow, this is a little interesting because I thought we were gonna be kind of going more into the ghost realm, but I kind of like that the alien factor is still playing is still in play here. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I like the combat that was for that alien in particular. It's kind of like a set rule with the sumo rules and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah. I really enjoy how they kind of like sort of gave like a little bit tease that aliens and spirits are initially the same thing, or not
Hmm.
the same thing, but they share a lot more in common with each other.
Yeah.
So that's going to be something very interesting coming later on. Like if they're fighting, or they become like a MythBusters, maybe fighting both aliens and
Hmm.
ghosts. That'd be pretty cool. And then the whole fight scene was very amazing. Well, what do you think about Turbo Granny the form? What
I think the form looks pretty cool. I like the hair slash teeth thing that's going on with that.
yeah,
And then the jacket I think also plays a big part on how cool that looks. So I'm not, I like the design of the character. I like how his personality shifts a bit. So
Yeah.
I like how he kind of turns into more of a, what is it called? Like a stoic type of character. So he kind of flips his character into someone that's a little more cool. So I kind of like that contrast. Like he goes from the quiet type, but he's more nerdy and uh, and more awkward when it switches over to this guy, which is the stoic, quiet type. That's they're like two sides of the same coin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm just an awkward guy. I told you to stop saying that.
Hmm.
So like even then they're still like rambling. It's just like really funny. And it has like that sort of like really charm to where like they're like kind of like having like a little Scooby Doo run away from the monster.
Hmm. Yeah.
um the fight scenes were really great. I did enjoy the whole stoic of the stoic transformation. Like he's like, oh
Hmm.
man, I'm depressed.
Yeah, like self-diagnosing himself and shit.
um and oh my god, like I was like, she's gotta be used telepathy to like maybe she has like a force field or she has more defense. Because did you see it where he threw her like a fucking rag doll?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and it just start going ham. Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah, dude. Like, I like that it was revealed like after that session of her getting punched like that. It was like she did that for a reason, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the classic anime twist that he was able to punch a crater into the wall so that she can put the thing back up.
yeah. And then like, oh my god, this one she has a like I gotta see who she voice actors, the voice actress, because
Hmm.
she delivered that performance very well. Like she's able to have these like very cool moments where she like taunts at the alien. And
Hmm.
I totally forgot about what she was doing with that whole gate situation. I think I just get so distracted that she's just taking a beating, and
Yeah.
then it was just so she could be outside the gate. And and that would kind of like that's what I was worried about before, like that Ken was going to be taking on these battles while she'd be just like on the sideline. But
Hmm.
as you can see, like she took most of the beatings and she managed to save Ken and managed to
Yeah.
defeat the monster, like
Yeah,
just
so
with
she was holding back the curse, taking the beating and also devise a plan to also help defeat this alien all at
yeah.
the same time.
Oh, and I'm just ready to see what else is in store because that was just a one. Like that was a really good first fight.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely.
And so then we cut to the end to where she gets knocked out, and that's when Ken's form goes all crazy. He starts
Mhm.
getting more contorted. So, and that's where we ended off then. But
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the like to what's gonna come after
Yeah,
the episode.
I kinda got that, what was it? Is it the final end scene? Like, after the
Yeah,
credits? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I did make sure to watch that part 'cause we're kinda getting the introduction to another character, which I'm going to assume is grandma, but, I
I
mean,
don't know.
that's just speculation for me.
Okay, I don't know if you. Yeah, it could be the grandma. It could be not. I don't know.
I guess we'll see. I don't know. I don't know
I
how
don't
far
know.
you've read into the manga,
I,
and I think you told me you've read a
I,
good
are
portion of it.
are you asking me or?
No, I'm not really asking, but my speculation is that it's grandma.
It could be grandma. Yeah.
Especially because the next episode is called Granny versus Granny, so we'll see.
Credit.
So I'm about like 95% sure it is grandma.
Yeah. So like, I know I've been glazing this anime adaptation for like a whole year, but so I think probably the next episode or maybe the next two episodes. That's as far as I know of. That's as far as I know of. So I'm
So
really
you haven't
excited.
read ahead past that.
No, no, no.
Okay.
I was like, I already enjoyed it. I enjoyed so much what I saw from like the very first 5 or 10 chapters. That I was like, you know what, I can hold off into the anime. And I was like, and everyone's been saying it. This is gonna be the next Chainsaw Man, and I'm telling you, it's already getting like such a buzz and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? I will say I'm very excited with how well these two characters are written, and how I just really enjoy them. Like as you can see, like I have behind me like all the animes I really like so much. Like I have the One Piece poster, I have the Chainsaw Man, the
Mhm.
Attack on Titan. I would probably implement a Dan poster up there, um, just
Yeah,
to
I
signify that.
think depending for me how well it goes so far, 'cause it's still pretty early to tell. You never know. You never know. Might something may happen for
Oh,
me. I may not
yeah.
like something they do in the story. But right now, I mean, it's looking like it could be, one of the top animes of the year so far. It's got everything. It delivers on a lot. Um, so far, I think the only problem I think that may hinder it is just like the themes, the tones that they explore in the very first episode. I think that's the only thing that's probably the only hump they need to get over right now. Because I think after that, I think everyone can get along with dick jokes. I think after that. So I think as soon as we get over this first hump, and if people are able to kind of look past that, and just kind of follow along with the anime after that, I think that's its biggest hurdle, that for me. So I think that this adaptation is doing very well. The songs are very good. So this has the definitely the capability to be one of the top animes of the year so far, and I think it already is to some people.
Yeah, yeah. It might be mine. It might be mine. It's definitely a contender. On what's revealed. I think by what's going on, I think we might end the season probably like mid November or like at the end of November. So that's probably
I
when
feel
we
like
get the
I
whole.
feel like I feel like it's gonna end in January. No, isn't
You
it?
think so?
Isn't it 12 episodes?
Yeah. So like 12 weeks, right?
Yeah. So that, I mean, November is like what, 4 weeks away. So that should be closer to like January then,
Yeah. I might.
because we got
My
10 weeks.
my math might be significantly might be significantly out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you need to reconsider how many weeks are in a year, or how many weeks are in a month, sir. So
um
you might be looking either end of December or January for the end of this anime.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Maybe we might be cutting it. I just did the whole 1 week per episode type of thing, and we might be like
And this is
ending
not including
in
breaks, because
December.
animes like to take breaks, dude.
That is true. That is true. So maybe we'll get like a Dan 7.5 where they just do a whole recap flashback episode.
Yeah,
um,
maybe.
but yeah, I really enjoy it. I'm really ecstatic to see what else is in store. Um, I definitely want to cosplay as Turbo Granny. I don't know how that would happen.
Nah, man, you gotta be Ken, bro. You're closest looking to Ken.
I don't know how to take that, man.
I mean, you gotta be Ken, brother. You got to
with
be.
the grandma perm.
Yeah, with the grandma perm, dude. With the grandma perm. You can find a
but
green sweater out there somewhere, man. You could do it.
yeah, that's um. Does he have a scar? No, he doesn't. I was like, but that's just hair strands. But I don't think I have anything else to say. Um, in the opening you do see some other characters alongside them. Like even at the beginning, they're making faces, and then some of them are getting taken by the UFO. So as I was saying, because of how well these two characters are written, I'm really excited to see what those characters are in store. You know, I want to
Hmm.
see what a supporting cast of Dandadan is like because these are
Yeah,
obviously the main characters.
yeah, and I'm also, like I said, like I really liked that we were in with just these two characters, just kind of peeling back layers for these two. So I very much enjoyed that. So once we start getting introduced to the side characters of Dan to Dan, we'll see how they relate to the characters, how they complement the characters, and how they further the plot. Hopefully they do further the plot at least. So I'm excited to see the supporting cast. I think we're gonna get our introduction to the first one, and hopefully, it is done episode by time, one episode at a time, because I think that's probably the strongest type of storytelling that they can do, to really introduce one character at a time. So I guess we'll see with next week's episode.
All right, awesome. All right, well, guys, make sure you check out Dandadan. It's very hot new anime. It's very slick animation, very strong characters. Like I'm already huge fan of Yase Ken Takamura, and I believe the grandma character is a fan favorite as well. I think a lot of people rave about the grandma,
Yeah,
and
animation's dope.
I
Animation's
feel
dope
like
on the character.
if you like dick jokes, definitely watch this anime because you said that I know you said John that they got to probably stray away from the dick jokes. There's gonna be a lot like his dick is missing. They're gonna highlight that.
Yeah, I think the dick jokes, everyone can get on board with dick jokes now, but the pervy vibes in the beginning was a little hard to swallow. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see how everyone gets along with that.
Maybe, and also the whole Turbo Granny. Like if Turbo Granny's like a very prominent villain, yeah, we're gonna get a lot of very perverted statements. I can
Mhm.
definitely predict that. But
Yeah.
all right, guys, make sure you check it out. I'm considering this like this is the Chainsaw Man anime of the year. Like this is your October anime. I don't think there's any other ones. I know there's that other one that came out with Junji Ito. What's it called?
Uzumaki.
Yeah, Uzumaki. But I heard that's not doing super well based on this episode 2 because of the animation. So I think this is your October anime of the year. I'm calling it. It's very crunchy right now. But
Yeah, it is.
leave us your thoughts down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. All in all, stay crunchy.